On the hunt for comfortable, timeless Western boots? You already know the best place to shop for quality boots is at your local Tecova store. So stop by Tecovas Nashville at the Mall at Green Hills or on Broadway by Ryman Auditorium. That's right, you now have 2 locations to choose from. Grab a cold one as you shop and get fitted by a pro. Tecovas Nashville is at your service, and you can find your perfectly fitted dream boots with the help of their expert staff. Everyone will be asking where you got your sick new boots, but I won't be asking because I know they must be Tecovas. That's TECOVAS.com. Don't go gently, y'all.
Today on CityCast Nashville, we've got your guide to October. But beware, this is one spooky episode packed full of recommendations to help you get in the spirit of Halloween. We're talking about booze at the zoo, not to be confused with Boo at the Zoo, which is also a thing, where to trick or treat in town, a frightful comedy festival, and of course, the spookiest thing in Tennessee, the legend of the Bell Witch. I'm here with executive producer Whitney Pasterek and Hey Nashville newsletter editor Margaret Kingsbury. If you're new here, in addition to these monthly guides, here at CityCast Nashville, we bring you daily episodes with stories that connect you to the city you love. CityCast Nashville is presented by our exclusive launch sponsor, Tecovas. It's Tuesday, October 1st. I'm Marie Cecile Anderson, and this is what Nashville's talking about.
I will start this month's guide by saying I hate Halloween.
No.
There, I said it.
Boo. Boo.
Came right out and said it.
Does it scare you too much?
No. In high school, freshman year, all my friends decided they were going to be like slutty cats and stuff. And I showed up dressed as a stormtrooper from Star Wars. Complete
yes.
with actual helmet that we had rented from a costume shop.
Oh,
and
so cool.
Needless to say, my ego has never recovered, and I've been a shell of a woman ever since.
You were hanging with the wrong friend.
Shout out to you, Heather Bryan. You destroyed me.
My formative Halloween experience happened here in Nashville, and I'm pretty sure I was in high school by then, but I dressed as an old lady, and we stuck with the bit. I went with my friend Annie. We did gray hair and we just learned stage makeup. So we did all these wrinkles, and then we had canes, and Annie had a walker, and we just stuck with the bit all night and went trick-or-treating. And because we were so slow and committed to our roles, I think we went to 7 houses in total because we were so slow. It was so fun.
Well, I was going to say, if you haven't listened to our previous monthly guide, definitely hear Marie's current committing to the bit Halloween costume, which involves falconry.
Oh, yes. Yes. I like to go as a falcon trainer. Although this year, a friend of mine did ask if I would complete their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing because she has kids. And so they're all going to go as the 4 turtles. And then another friend is going to be April O'Neil. And then they're like, Marie, can you be Shredder? And I was like, oh. Yeah. So, I mean, I may have to put down the welding glove as the falcon trainer for the first time in a while. But
they asked you to be the rat, didn't they?
But that's an awesome character.
Outstanding.
I used to work at McKay's every Halloween, and I would dress up as a different Harry Potter character, but I don't like dressing up as Harry Potter anymore since the author has not been a very great person.
At all.
But I now have a kid who always wants to be a variation of a cat, and I typically go as a witch because that's easy.
Yes, last we heard it was Itsy Bitsy Bootsy.
Bitsy Bootsy Blast Off.
Yeah.
So if she sticks with that, I'm going to be Sparks from Super Kitties, but she notoriously changes her mind. And we typically go trick-or-treating twice, once at Boo at the Zoo, where we dress up, and then on Halloween Day.
I will be wearing a flannel shirt and Doc Martens, weather permitting, and I will be going as the 90s. That has been my traditional Halloween costume since the 90s, and I'm sticking with it.
Well, so what else are you all super excited about this month? A lot of things are going on here in Nashville.
Yeah, well, maybe I should talk about Boo at the Zoo first, since I mentioned that already.
So booze at the zoo?
No, I do Boo at the Zoo, which is just BOO. But they do have one night that is Booze at the Zoo for the adults.
Do they have cute critter cocktail names?
I can't comment on that because I haven't been to Booze at the Zoo before. I have been to Boo at the Zoo 3 or 4 times now. It's a lot of fun. They have like in the field where the carousel is in front of it, they have a whole bunch of games and activities for kids. They have a dance floor. They usually have bouncy houses. This year, they're going to have a 45-foot Ferris wheel.
Whoa.
For the first time.
Terrifying.
That's large.
That's scary.
Yeah. And then you can walk through the zoo, and there's stations throughout the zoo with candy. I will say you don't get a huge candy haul. So this isn't the place to go
They're
if you want
stingy.
like a huge amount of candies. Yeah.
What do they
And
what do
it
they got?
is
What do they
really
got? Feed the animals or something? What are they spending all their money on?
It's all volunteers providing the candy.
Oh,
So
that's
like
nice.
companies from around Nashville come and set up stands and give out candy throughout the zoo.
Well, I'm really looking forward to the Conjuring Comedy Festival. Why? Because I'm performing in it.
Yay!
Yes. So it's actually really cool. A good friend of mine, I actually went to high school with her here at John Overton. Her name is Jessica Carter. So she's lived here her entire life. And this is the first time she's ever held this comedy festival. It is on October 19th at the Barbershop Theater. And some of the tickets, you can actually get 2 complimentary beers that go along with your tickets.
I'm in.
And there's also tarot card readings as well as some spooky prizes. And she's really encouraging people to dress up. So again, that is October 19th. 2 shows, 7:30 and 9:30 at the Barbershop Theater. And I'll be performing at the 7:30 show. So please come on out.
That's awesome. Marie, we can't wait.
Yay.
So far, I just want the listeners of this podcast to know that Marie has not allowed us to come see her do stand-up comedy yet. She gives us the old brush off. Oh, no, I'm just trying. It's fine. I'm just trying stuff out. If we'll show up at this and you'll be ready and it's going to be awesome.
Oh, yes. Yes. This is going to be a really well-oiled machine by then.
That's awesome.
In my
okay.
brain.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show is returning to the Belcourt October 30th and 31st, also November 1st and 2nd. It is the greatest midnight movie of all time. It may have, in fact, started my love for midnight movies. I do, however, have an issue with the people at the Belcourt. Cindy, while I'm talking to you, so people who have been to see Rocky Horror in a proper midnight context before know that there's usually a live performance taking place in front of the screen, right? Are y'all aware of this?
Yes.
I think I am.
All right. So super fans dress up and they put on the entire show live with their backs to the screen. So you can be watching them while you're watching the screen, but it's supposed to be interactive with the audience as well. And there's all these moments in the movie where the audience is supposed to do certain things. And you're supposed to bring with you things like rice and silly string. You're supposed to be able to just sort of live it up and go nuts, which was why this thing was in crummy old theaters in the 80s and 90s and aughts. The Belcourt, our classy art house theater here in Nashville, has rules on the website. No glitter, confetti, or rice. No squirt guns. No lighters, matches, candles, or other open flames, which, come on now. No silly string, no outside food or beverages, that's fine. And then here's the place where I'm going to die a little. Absolutely no one under 18 admitted. So a formative moment in my life was going to see Rocky Horror when I was like 15, because the older kids who had driver's licenses took me, and I was auctioned off as a quote unquote virgin before the movie started, and had to spend the entire film sitting on the lap of a very large man who I had never seen before. My point is, these rules seem very restrictive, the Belcourt.
I wonder if this is because of the Tennessee drag ban, where minors aren't allowed to see drag performances.
Oh, Very good point, Margaret.
It could be possible that the Tennessee Republican Party is destroying the lives of impressionable teenagers through this. But that still doesn't excuse the no throwing of rice. Look, the Belcourt, I get you don't want to clean up. Just put down tarps or something. Come on.
We were throwing glitter when they showed the Eras tour. Taylor Swift's Eras tour.
Taylor Swift fans got to throw glitter at the Belcourt?
Well, I mean, we just brought our own glitter. Of course. Stickers, glitter.
Why are there 2 sets of rules for Taylor Swift fans and Rocky Horror fans?
I don't know.
I'm still excited to do the time warp, and I hope y'all will come out and do it with me.
It sounds like I'm going to need to find a babysitter at several points this month.
Especially if you head on up to Adams, Tennessee for the spookiest thing in Tennessee. And that is the Bell Witch Cave. And I want to talk about this because actually in just a couple of days, we have an episode launching with one of the caretakers of the farm. She's actually the granddaughter of the owners of the farm. We have an exclusive interview with her, and that comes out later this week so we can learn more about the Bell Witch. Woo!
Okay, I am not from here, so someone will explain the Bell Witch to me briefly.
Well, the Bell Witch is a ghost story that ever since I was little, I always heard about the Bell Witch growing up here in Nashville. She apparently back in the 1800s in Adams, Tennessee, haunted the Bell family. It was some people believe that she was a demon, a ghost, a little girl.
So it's not a witch with a bell.
Well,
No.
I don't know.
Okay.
We used to have seances.
Margaret, no.
Yeah, we used to, as a
What?
kid, we used to have playground seances trying to bring the Bell Witch back
What?
on the playground.
Oh
at
my
school.
God, that's how early. Yeah, it's like they taught her about the Bell Witch in kindergarten, which I'm not kidding. I think that like around Halloween, they like started in public schools here, started teaching us about the Bell Witch.
But they won't let the kids go to Rocky Horror?
Well, this was a couple years ago that I was in Granbury Elementary.
A few decades.
Like 7 years?
Just a couple years. I'm so young and sprite. But anyway, I actually am getting a group of my girlfriends to go up to the Bell Witch Cave because around Halloween, this entire month of October, they actually have lantern tours. They have farm tours. They have a haunted hayride tour. You can go into the cave. You can see the cabin. So, I mean, I think personally, as a Nashvilleian, this is the spookiest thing you can do. And Adams, Tennessee is just 40 miles north. And so that's a quick little jaunt to get real scared real fast.
Okay, amazing. I want to talk about something that scares me, a Halloween event that scares me, and that is on the Sky Deck, which is above the Assembly Food Hall downtown at 5th and Broadway, I'm told. They are having a giant DJ party on October 26th, which I believe is what we've decided is like Halloween observed, since Halloween is on a Thursday this year. Giant DJ party at 7 p.m. at Sky Deck. Brody Jenner will be DJing. So I'm going to go ahead and steer clear of that. And I'd also like to remind everyone that Snooki is now here in Nashville. So please, as you go about your days, beware. Snooki has opened the Snooki shop on John Lewis Way. Another civil rights landmark falls.
I'm going to add something here because you said Halloween observed October 26th. If you have kids, you only trick or treat on Halloween day. So if you have your kids out the weekend before, you are not getting candy. It's just on Halloween. It's October 31st.
Thank you. That's actually really important advice for people.
Yeah, no, there's every year on parenting groups, I see people asking, since Halloween is on a weekday, are we waiting till the weekend? And the answer is always no, we are not.
You go when you go, people.
Around here, we always trick or treat on Halloween day.
What are some of the best trick-or-treating neighborhoods? I feel like Eastland Avenue here in East is always a mob scene. Like they have to shut it down.
Old Hickory, actually, I spent last Halloween up in Old Hickory, and oh my goodness, these people go all out with haunted houses, and it's a really cute community connected by sidewalks, which I love. But growing up here, we always hit up the governor's mansion.
Oh,
Just looked a little different when I grew up here.
Scary stuff.
Very scary, but they had big candy bars, the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if Governor Billy is handing out large candy bars, but you could go and protest if he does not hand out large candy bars. Nothing else to protest.
Nothing
Just
else.
Candy bars.
The candy bars.
I haven't decided where we're going this year yet. So I'm hoping people write in and tell me where you're trick-or-treating. Nashville at citycast.fm. Tell me. I need
And
some
if you're
tips.
planning to have the full-size candy bars, please use that same email address.
Yes.
Should we take a break and then come back and talk about not Halloween specific stuff?
I think that's a great idea, Whitney. And we're back. And we're back. And we're back, and we're diving into fall. Before we talked all about Halloween, let's get into apple picking and pumpkin patches and all the above. Margaret, where's your favorite place to really dive into wearing your autumn colors and taking family photos.
We go to a different pumpkin patch every year. And so far, I've been to 3 or 4. This year, we're going to go to Honeysuckle Hills Farm for the first time. And they have apparently singing chickens.
Do what now?
Singing chickens.
No, I heard you. Do you have more information on that?
I don't.
Wait, are they like the Muppet Show chickens that go behind Gonzo? Like,
these are real chickens. As far as I understand it, these are real chickens. So there's a children's book I really love called Mr. Watkins' Chickens with singing chickens, and I'm hoping it's like that.
Okay.
Anyway, last year we went to the Nashville Fall Festival, which is probably the closest one if you want to like go to one that's not going to take you 45 minutes or more to get to. And they had helicopter rides, and they have them again this year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Honestly, I thought I was going to die.
Helicopter?
We went in the helicopter because my daughter wanted to, and I'm a sucker and just do whatever she says she wants to do. I have heights issues, and it was such a bad idea. And my glasses were rattling off. There was no door on the helicopter.
What?
I mean, it was just open air.
These are for children?
Well, it's for everyone. Anyone. Most of the people in line were not children, so maybe this should have been a hint to me.
Your kid is amazing.
She loved it.
I mean, I've heard of hay rides at a farm, but helicopter rides.
Yeah, they did have hay rides. They had the typical things, like they had live music and hay rides and corn in a canoe for kids to play in, and then corn mazes and all the typical pumpkin bowling.
Whoa, that's
traditional
so cool.
pumpkin bowling.
Yeah.
I actually love visiting these little farms that are nearby because the produce is absolutely amazing. And then the pies. I always try to grab at least a couple pies and keep them frozen for the holidays.
Savory and sweet pies. True, sir, true. Sorry.
Margaret, one of these days we're going to do a whole musical episode. I swear you and I are going to have the best time. One of my favorite things is happening in my very own neighborhood for this entire month. That is East Nashville Beer Works, Fridays by the River, or as I like to call it, Beer in the Park. Basically, they set up in Shelby Park down by the boat ramp. They've got picnic tables, they've got fairy lights, they've got amazing food trucks and food vendors. It all benefits Shelby Park, and basically it is the most delightful way to sit outside and drink beer in this month where hopefully the temperatures will continue to go in a cooler direction. But it's October 4th, 11th, 18th, and 25th. So every Friday in October. And my advice for that is if you are going to go, do either get there early or get there late, because prime time, like 5:30, 7:30, it is every child and golden doodle in the Middle Tennessee region. Get there right at 3 when it starts, and it's delightful.
Well, one thing that caught my eye on social media is that Nashville, Tennessee is hosting a pizza fest. And I was like, what is this? If you go to pizzacityfest.com, I've learned that apparently it started in Chicago. Then they had one in New York. And now they're having one in Nashville. And so October 19th, 12 o'clock to 5 p.m., you buy a ticket and then you get to try all kinds of pizza from local vendors as well as regional vendors. And then also they have presentations from pizza makers. At 2 p.m., the Dough Whisperers are speaking, and my good friend Polly G from Brooklyn's Polly G Pizzeria is coming down from Brooklyn to talk about making pizza dough.
I'm so glad you clarified that because I got worried we were making another Jersey Shore reference on today's episode. But it's your friend, Polly G, the pizza maker.
The pizza maker. And it's really cool. I mean, it
cool.
does look really cool. They have bands playing too. And it's actually on Sunday, October 20th, 12 to 5 o'clock. Pizza Perfect is there, which is my personal favorite pizza place here in Nashville. I grew up eating it since I was a child, so I have to say Pizza Perfect. But 5 Points will be there. Dicey's will be there. Tickets are a little expensive, but if you're going to be eating all this pizza, it kind of makes sense. So
yeah, totally. And I know that if there's one thing people in Nashville like better than pizza, it's fighting about who has the best pizza.
I know.
Margaret, do you have an opinion?
Before I was gluten-free, pizza was yummy. And now it's really hard to find a good gluten-free pizza. Emmy Squared is pretty darn good. I actually liked East Nashville Beer Works
I was
pizza.
going to say, they have a great cauliflower crust.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say Pizza Perfect's gluten-free pizza tastes like cardboard. It is not good.
Womp womp.
Whitney, where's your favorite pizza place?
I don't have one. I am very agnostic about my pizza. I was raised in a family that regularly consumed Domino's, and I didn't know any better. And then I moved to New York City, and all pizza in New York City is equal parts delicious and utter trash. So I am a pizza agnostic. The one thing I can't stand is like aggressively thin crust pizza. I do need it to have a little bit of, smush to it. I like a toothy bite. I like it to be toothy. But yeah, I don't really care. Pizza's good. Music-wise, I do want to make sure that everybody knows, and I'm pretty sure everybody does already know, that October means that we are back to the annual Jason Isbell residency at the Ryman Auditorium. He's been doing this for a number of years. I believe it started off with just like a couple dates, and now he's kind of taken over 2 weekends every year. It's October 10th through the 13th, and then October 17th through the 20th. Tickets are already selling out. The cool thing about this, he always uses his platform to spotlight a different group of people as his opening acts. And this year's sort of theme for his opening acts appears to be just like legendary women of songwriting and country and Americana. So it's everyone from Alice Randall to Iris DeMent, Mary Gauthier, Liz Rose, who, Marie, you'll know from having written so many Taylor Swift songs, especially at the outset, Matresa Berg, and then one of my all-time faves, Kim Ritchie. It's a absolutely terrific lineup of women who deserve their flowers opening for him. So y'all go check that out. But definitely, if you're interested, get those tickets from the Ryman box office ASAP, because a couple of these are already sold out.
And we have 2 weeks left of Hispanic Heritage Month. It started September 15th and it goes till October 15th. Whitney, what are ways that we can still celebrate?
You should absolutely just go check out some of the amazing Latino-owned businesses here in Nashville, whether that's Limo in East Nashville or Las Fajitas down in Antioch. Find one of the best food trucks in town. I'm very partial to Delicias Colombianas, Ruth Rico's amazing Colombian food truck. She's also got a new brick and mortar out in Murfreesboro. So just take a second to make sure that you're patronizing these amazing Latino and Hispanic-owned businesses from now through October 16th and beyond.
Ladies, we have a busy month. We better get off this podcast and start working on our costumes, gassing up our cars, because we have places to be.
Going a shredder to the Pizza Fest is pretty on point.
That would be really cool. Well, thank you all for tuning in. We hope you have a wonderful October, and let us know what you're up to. That's all for today here on CityCast Nashville. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend? Rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our Hey Nashville newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Toodles!